Hey guys, here making a Moon Knight statue here. I did a long hard search and just could not find anyone that really did a Moon Knight statue, so decided to take the time and energy to kind of build one myself. So let's just jump right into it. So first things you're gonna need, only things you're gonna need actually, are gonna be white wool, black wool, light gray wool, and dark gray wool, or just gray wool. And first thing I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna move the black and white just like that. Just make it a little easier to build in here. So once you find a place that you want to build it, let's get right to it. So what we're gonna do on the ground, wherever you want to place it, this is gonna be the very front of the statue. It's gonna be a line of 8 wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is 8 long white wool. And then you're gonna stack 3 on top of that. 1, 2, 3. And then you're just gonna go ahead and fill those in just the same. So total of 8 long, 4 high with your white wool there. And once you got that, right on top of that, one solid line of 8 light gray wool. Like that. And then from this point on, we're just gonna go ahead and do left to right. So if you're just kind of looking right at it, you're gonna go left to right. So we're gonna do 1 light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, 1 light gray. And then next line, left to right again, 1 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 1 dark gray. So you should have something like that. And then on top of that, we're just gonna do 3 solid rows, 1, 2, 3, of light gray wool. Then fill those in all the way over. And then on top of your light gray wool, we're gonna do 2 solid rows of our white wool. 1, 2. So by the end of all that, should have something looks just like that. And now on top of our white wool, we're gonna do left to right again. 1 light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, and 1 light gray. And then just on top of that row, we're going to do 1 dark gray on each side, just like that. And then just fill between the 2 dark grays in with light gray. Something like that. Then going left to right again, we're going to do 1 light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, 1 light gray. And then once again, 2 dark gray on each end. Fill the middle in with your light gray. And then once again, we're gonna do light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, and 1 light gray. And then just one more time with this here, we're gonna do 1 dark gray on each end there and fill in the middle with your light gray wool. So you should have something just like that. And then we're gonna top off that line there with a row of light gray wool. Then going left to right again, we're gonna do 3 dark gray, 3 light gray, 2 light gray, my bad, 3 dark gray. Just kind of give you a view of that real quick, since I messed up. So it should be the top of the solid line of light gray should be 3 dark gray, 1, 2, 3, 2 light gray in the middle, and then 3 dark gray again. Okay, and then here we're gonna do left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4 of your light gray, 1 white wool, 3 light gray, 4 light gray, 1 white, 3 light gray. Then you're gonna do 3 light gray on top of that, 1 white, 4 light gray. Then on top of that row, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 light gray, 1 white, 1, 2, 3 light gray. Finish it off. And that gives you the symbol of Moon Knight to the best you can in Minecraft. And then to finish off the very last row, it's gonna be 1 light gray, 2 dark gray, 2 light gray, 2 dark gray, and 1 light gray. And that is his legs and his torso fully complete. Now this will look much better once we get these arms attached. And that's actually our next step. So you can start on the left side or the right side of the statue. Both are going to be the identical same. So right here, this white line is going to be our waistline. So we're going to go just one above that, and that's going to be the start of the arm. So I find it easier just to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 coming out just like that with your white wool. Same here. So just right above the white waistline, right on that first light gray block. 1, 2, 3, 4 with your white wool. Okay. And then with the arms, I work from the outside to in. So we are going to make a slight change to this bottom row that we placed. Just wanted to make sure we got it in the right spot. So we want 2 white, and then this third white block, knock that out, replace it with a light gray. So we got something like that. Okay. And then just right diagonal from that light gray, we want another light gray. And then we're going to go fill in the empty spots with your white there. So you should have, going outside in, should have 2 white, 1 light gray, 1 white. Then you should have 1 white, 1 light gray, 2 white. Okay, then you're just gonna do 2 rows of solid white on top of those, just like that. And then on top of the white rows, you're gonna do 2 solid rows of light gray wool. If I can place it right. And then going from outside to in, we're doing 2 light gray, 1 dark gray, and 1 light gray. Then on top of that, 3 light gray, 1, 2, 3, and 1 dark. And on top of that, it's the same exact thing. So 3 light gray, 1 dark gray. And then we have 2 light gray, 1 dark gray, and 1 light gray. And then we're gonna have, just to finish off to the very top, 2 rows of light gray wool. You should have your first arm there. So the other arm is going to be the same exact pattern as that one was. But I'll go ahead and walk us through it just a little bit quicker this time. Maybe. We'll see. So we're gonna have going from outside to in, 2 white, 1 light gray. Then we're gonna have the 1 white, 1 light gray, 2 white, 2 rows of white. Then we're gonna have 2 rows of light gray. Then we're gonna have 2 light gray, 1 dark gray, 1 light gray. And then 2 rows of 3 light gray. So 3 light gray. And then stack 2 dark gray. Just like that. As you can see, we're just kind of copying the same thing here. Okay. So 2 light gray, 1 dark, 1 light gray, and finish it off with 2 rows of light gray wool. And as you can see, Moon Knight's kind of coming into shape now there. So, of course, pause if you have to. If you weren't able to follow along, you should be able to just kind of pause it here and kind of match it up. Or rewind. Whichever. But if you got all that done, let's go ahead and jump right onto the back of the statue here, because we are going to make this guy 3D. They just don't look right if you just... Looks like cardboard, you know? Let's make it 3D. So, I am directly in the back of the statue here. Right at the back of the boots. We're just going to take these out by 3. So just get your white wool and add 1, 2, 3. Just walk it straight back there. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3. And then right on this third block that we brought up, let's bring that all the way over. That's gonna give us our 3D look right there. And then we want a total of 4 white wool coming up. So we're just gonna add 3. We already got 1 there. So 1, 2, 3. Bring that all the way over. Fill that in. And then, so we added 3 white, but we already had 1. So we should have in the back a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of white. On top of that, we're going to have 2 rows of our light gray wool. Just like that. And then let's move left to right again here. And we're going to start with 3 light gray. 2 white. And 3 light gray. And right now we are in the process of making his back/cape. So now we want to do 2 light gray on both sides. Let's just do it that way. and 4 light or 4 white in the middle. And we want 1 light gray on each side and white in the middle of the light gray, which should be 6. And now we're gonna do on top of this row 4 more solid white wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just bring that all the way over here. Okay. And then fill that in. So we should have, after we got that first part in here, right on top of this light gray wool, we have the white wool, and then 4 layers of that solid white. And then we are gonna do light gray on top of the white here, light gray on both sides. And then in the middle of those, dark gray. I don't know if, did I say light gray? So on top of the 4 white that we just did, make sure we have a dark gray on both ends. And then in the between the dark gray, fill it in with white, just in case I didn't mess anything up there. Alright. Now, we're just gonna copy that same row anyway, so get to here 3 times now. Alright, dark gray on both ends, just like that. And then 6 white in between to fill it up. And now we're just gonna bring this back up entirely with white wool. And I believe that is 9 blocks. And just to check your work, make sure it just matches up right to the front. Okay. Now let's bring this end up. Bring this end over. Kinda just box her in. Fill it in. And then we're gonna fill in that empty square, rectangle, with white wool. Get this all white, because we all know Moon Knight is entirely white, especially Escape, so fill this in. Alright, and that is the back of his boots, the back of his legs, back of his head. Alright, and then for the arms here, it's almost identical, but not entirely the same. So, the hand is though. We got it easy there. Alright, so just right on this first white block under the dark gray, we're gonna do white, of course, and then light gray. We're just gonna copy this hand. So white, light gray, 2 white. Then on top of that, 2 white, light gray, white. Just copy that hand straight across, just like that. Should look the same. You can even match up the colors like that if you want to. Make sure everything's right. And then we're gonna do, so this is where it differs. So right in the center block, so you have 4 blocks on the arm here, right in the 2 center blocks, dark gray wool. And then white on each side of that to fill it in. Then we're gonna do on both ends, dark gray wool. And then we're gonna do light gray all the way up. So fill that in with light gray as well. So you should have something like that. Let me go ahead and fill this in. I'll give you a look at it. Yeah, just like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here, so I'll kind of walk you through it. 1 white, and this is going from, you know what? Let's go like this. Do a white line, knock out the second one, coming outward and get a light gray. And then light gray diagonal left of that. And white. And 2 more rows. Your white. Okay. And then your dark gray wool right in the middle blocks there. So, my bad here. Go back over to this arm. Light gray there. Kind of separates the hand from the arm there. So, now you have it. Who knows, you may have already done it better than me. But, now it should, the light gray should come right over to the light gray there. Okay. So, I'm gonna knock these out, redo this whole thing. So, we're gonna keep this because that's right. So we should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 solid rows of white, and then our fist, and then white around. So then on top of our white, we're gonna do dark gray, light gray on both ends, dark gray on both ends above that, then light gray to fill that in, light gray all the way up the arm. I'll give you a back view here in just a second. Make sure we had everything right. And that's looking pretty good. Alright, now we're going to jump off to doing the sides of the statue. So you come up to any side you want. Both sides are the same. So all we're going to do is, you see where you have this white down here, we're just going to match the white up with the white. So it should look just like that. We're going to do the same with the light gray here. And don't worry about this block, it blends in at the end. We're just going to fill it in with some light gray. And even when you come up to this white here, we're just going to continue with our light gray. So that way our boots all the way around are completely white. Our kneecap-ish areas is going to be light gray and all the way up to the waist. Underneath the hand, that's just going to be white. Go ahead and fill that in. Okay, and this is going to be pretty identical to what we did to the leg. So, the hand, completely white. And the rest of it is our light gray. All the way up. Okay, and then, now we should have something that looks like that. Alright. Kind of nice shape in there. Not too plain. And then we're going to jump right up to the shoulder here. And where we have the light gray wool, we're just going to add it to make a shoulder there. So, just light gray with light gray. Stop at the white. Or keep going if you want. Doesn't make a difference. Alright. And now this is going to be pretty easy because, I mean, it was easy the first time around, in my opinion. But you can just look straight across, do the same exact thing. Or just 3 rows of white, rest light gray. Many ways I can explain. But, nice and easy, just like that. And then white for the fist. And white for the hand. And light gray to finish her off. Okay. And shoulder. Light gray with light gray. Just like so. Now we got the complete front, complete size, and complete back done for Mr. Moon Knight. Right. Now we get to do the fun part, the head. The head's pretty easy. Don't worry. Alright, so get out your light gray wool. Probably still have it. And we're going to have 8 blocks here. Where it's hollowed out, we're going to have 8 here. So we're going to do a whole line of 8 light gray wool there. Just on top. And then coming outward, so this way, we're going to do 2 rows. So once done, you should have that. 2 rows in front of the statue. Okay? And then we're just going to bring this across to 8 as well. Like that. And that's what you should have. 2 rows ahead. And where we're going to start our building is right here. So just right on top of this last row here, that's where his face is going to land. And I'm going to start off with 1 light gray wool on each side and black in the middle of that. On top of that row. Light gray on each side. And then we're going to do 2 white coming in and 2 black in the middle, just like that. And light gray on the ends. 1 white coming in and 4 black in the middle. And light gray on the ends. 2 black coming in. 2 light gray in the middle. Then light gray on the ends. 1 black coming in. And 4 light gray in the middle. Then we're gonna do a light gray on top of that one. And there is Moon Knight's face. And now for the back of the head. Just come right to the back. Extend this out by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once you got that, you should have, just like you did in the front, you should have 2 overhanging the back. 2 overhanging the front. 2 overhanging the back. Okay. And then once you box that in, fill the bottom in. And then we're just gonna connect all corners together here. Almost making a house shape, I guess. Just making a box so that we can fill this in, because the both sides and the back and the top of Moon Knight's head is all the same here. So we're just gonna box it in just like that, and then we're gonna fill it all in with our light gray wool until it's completely covered. No holes in Moon Knight's head. I mean, unless you want something. I'm gonna cover it up. Okay, and then don't forget the top here. filled or not today. Alright, he is all filled up. Alright, so, and that, I mean, that's really it, guys. That's Mr. Moon Knight. Technically not Mr. Moon Knight, but that is Moon Knight. Um, and I forgot on my statue I actually replaced these dark gray blocks. They're kind of like creases back there. Um, I actually replaced those with light gray wool there. Originally did dark gray, but I think I like the light gray better. Kind of blends in. And I'm gonna run over to my copy I got, because I mean I'm actually just gonna burn this one down. It was just for the tutorial. Um, so that'll be fun. But I'm gonna run over to my Moon Knight statue and show you what I did to his cape. So here's my Moon Knight. As you can see, it looks identical to the one that we just built. So there's that. And what I did is I just brought his cape out, because I mean, kinda makes it look better. You can add it, you can not. But all I did is, I mean, I just added one more row of the white, and then down here I added the light gray, like that. And I have a couple other heroes, Superman's, Wonder Woman's hair sticking out, Superman's cape, Batman's cape. Yeah, I kind of like that look if they got something kind of on their back. I like to extend it out. Captain America's shield, Thor's cape, of course. You know, just gives it that zing. But hey, guys, here's Mr. Moon Knight. Yes, Moon Knight. I don't know why I keep on saying Mr. I prefer him, I guess. But yeah, there's Moon Knight. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped you guys out. I'm a big fan of Moon Knight. Love Moon Knight. There he is, watching over my prison. Alright, thanks, guys.